If you're an online entrepreneur or content creator or business owner and you feel like what you've been doing for the last few years on social media just isn't working anymore as of like the last year, even the last few months, you are not alone and you are correct. Things are shifting. It's easy to blame the algorithm, and that's part of it, but for me, that's more the surface level part. And I'm interested in looking at the deeper underlying energies of why we're going through this shift and why it's manifesting in these more surface ways. Because if we can align with that energy, we can still be successful during this time. My thesis is that social media used to operate on a hierarchy system, and that's how it's been pretty much since it started. Your success, your lifestyle, your knowledge, what you had to offer people placed you on a hierarchy. And the way it basically worked was that people followed up to someone who had something that they didn't. It was all about the hook. Things like, I have consistent 100K months in my business and here's how I did it. Or most people are doing it wrong. Here's how you should do it. Or steal my framework. If you boil it down, the underlying question in all of these posts is, why should you listen to me? Why should you pay attention to me? And the answer was, because I have something that you don't, because I'm more successful, because I'm more elevated, I'm more knowledgeable. So that hierarchy-based positioning is what's no longer working. We're moving from a time of positioning based on hierarchy to positioning based on identity. Instead of implicitly asking, do you want what I have? We're now asking, do you see yourself in me? Do you connect with what I'm sharing? Does your identity resonate with mine? Do you recognize yourself and your experiences in what I'm saying? And this is not about being relatable or oversharing. There's a lot of performative oversharing and relatability out there that is still about the hierarchy because it's still about positioning yourself above other people. This new paradigm is about transmitting something that is specific and real to who you are. Instead of saying, look what I have, do you want this? You're saying, do you also see the world this way? This is what I'm noticing. This is how I operate. What about you? In this energy, people aren't looking for something above them, but they're also not looking for a relatable best friend. They're looking for someone whose identity resonates with theirs, and that's who they're going to follow and buy from. For example, I am not a broadly relatable person. Most of my life choices are actually not relatable to the masses, and they're actually not even relatable to the people closest to me in many cases. I have a very narrow niche in a topic, human design, that's not widely known or popular, but what I'm doing is very relatable and resonant to the right people. That's who I'm creating content for, and that's who I want to pull in and attract. And unless you're trying to be an influencer with 3 million followers, you don't need that many people's eyes on your work. You just need the right ones. You don't need millions of people to resonate with you, or even hundreds of thousands, or even thousands necessarily. You just need the right people to resonate and want to buy from you to be incredibly successful online. So this is what I'm calling threading the needle. Outside of the eye of the needle is basically all the noise, all this pressure to go viral, the algorithms, the things that appeal to the masses. And you're trying to cut through all of that noise and thread through to exactly the right people that resonate with you and would want to buy from you. You're trying to get out that very specific frequency so that people have the opportunity to match that. I saw some really great examples of threading the needle in my work over the last week. For instance, my last YouTube video, it didn't get as many views initially as it typically does. But when I went into the analytics, I saw that my click-through rate was actually higher. So essentially they were saying that the algorithm wasn't showing this video to as many people as it usually does, because it was a very specific type of video geared toward a very specific audience. But of the people who did see it, more people than usual clicked through to watch it, and they watched for longer. And I was like, yes, this is exactly what is going to be successful in this new paradigm. It was the same thing on Instagram. I had a post that definitely wasn't the type of post that would go viral. And at first I was a little disappointed, like, oh, the metrics on this don't look that good. But then I noticed I had a lot of people click through and download my new free guide to the 2026 and 2027 energies without me even really doing like a call to action. So I was like, exactly, it called in the right people. So in the old paradigm, we were trying to game the hierarchy, rise to the top, go viral. We're not trying to do that anymore. It's not how do I position myself as being ahead of others or having something that they don't have. What you're going for is, can people feel who I am? Am I transmitting something that is unique and true to me? Am I articulating something specific that other people can connect with and see themselves in, or not? Because that's the other side of this. A lot of people won't resonate with what you're doing, and some people might actually really dislike it, but that's okay because there will be the ones that do, and that's who matters. So if you're an online business owner, entrepreneur, content creator, and you've also noticed this shift over the last year, I'd love to hear what you've been experiencing. Leave a comment below. And if this resonated with you, subscribe to join our community. I also have a free guide to the 2026 and 2027 energies, because these are years of massive upheaval, change, and shifts. So I'll put the link down below. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time.